Sometimes, when you're using wired or wireless earphones with your iPhone while listening to something that doesn't require a screen, for example, you're listening to music or to an audiobook, and your iPhone is locked and the screen is off, so you don't actually see what your phone is doing, the iPhone may suddenly start calling on the phone or via FaceTime random people from your contacts. And that may be anyone. A tradie that did a job on your house years ago, your doctor, your long-forgotten friends, your mom, or some distant relatives you haven't spoken to in a decade. And also this happens randomly and at any time during the day. For example, at night, when you're trying to fall asleep while listening to some relaxing music. And this is very embarrassing on top of the embarrassment of paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for a mediocre smartphone. This happens because of remote control. Most wireless earbuds have sensitive control on them, so whenever you touch it, for example while adjusting your earpiece, the voice assistant will be activated on your phone. That will be Siri if you have it set up, and if you don't, the legacy voice assistant will come on. Or in Apple speak, classic voice control. Same goes for wired headphones. Yes, people still use wired headphones with their iPhones because the sound quality is better and the delay or latency is less, among other things. Anyway, many headphones have some kind of remote control on the cable, and accidentally touching it or clicking the physical buttons does the same thing. It will activate Siri, and if you don't have Siri set up, the classic voice control will come on the screen and it will start either calling or FaceTiming random contacts from your address book. So to disable that, you have to change some settings in your iPhone. Some solutions that you can find online incorrectly guide you to this menu. So in accessibility settings of your iPhone, you have to open the side button settings and there disable anything in the press and hold to speak section. This setting only works for the physical buttons on the iPhone itself. It has no control over wireless or wired headphones. There is also a voice control dial in the accessibility settings. You can turn it off. Unfortunately, it will not solve the problem. So what you need to do for wireless headphones is to go into the settings. For example, if you are using Apple AirPods, you have to go to their settings on the phone and disable activation of Siri. By default, press and hold AirPods on either left or right AirPod will activate Siri, so change this setting to anything else, for example to noise control. When you do this change, you will not be able to activate Siri or voice control from your AirPods, and this will eliminate the issue. The same goes for wireless headphones from any other brand, since most decent and even half-decent Bluetooth wireless headphones nowadays have some sort of app, so use this app to disable activation of voice assistant from the wireless earbuds or wireless headphones. There are way too many of them, and they all have slightly different apps, but I hope you will be able to figure it out. Unfortunately, some of the wireless earbuds do not come with an app, so you will not be able to disable voice assistant in this case. Wired headphones and earphones, on the other hand, usually do not have an app, but we still need a way to prevent the activation of voice assistant when you accidentally touch the inline control on the cables of those earphones. First, you must go to the accessibility settings and in the press and hold to speak, select Siri. Do not disable it. If you have never used Siri, you will have to jump through some hoops in classical Apple fashion to actually have it enabled. So the idea behind this is to have Siri enabled, which in turn disables the classic voice control. What you need to do after you have activated Siri and selected it in press and hold to speak of the accessibility settings, go to Siri and search settings and there turn off the press side button for Siri. And this will finally disable that behavior when the voice control activated by the remote on your headphones starts to call random people from your address book. In some cases, a screen will still appear prompting you to allow Siri on the lock screen, and if you don't do that, your iPhone may enable the classic voice control back. You may try to remove that screen by going to Face ID and passcode settings and disabling Siri there. However, if this doesn't help and this nag screen prompting you to enable Siri still appears, just turn off the screen by pressing the power button every time this happens. And in that way, the classic voice control will not be reactivated. And this is the workaround for that annoying feature no one asked for on your $1,000 smartphone.
I am the god of YouTube!
Like, subscribe, jingle bells.